is going to go first, and they're going to give a 5-minute presentation, and then Christian Prince is going to come behind them, and after the 5-minute presentation of the opening argument, then we'll go into a 90-minute respond and rebuttal to the objections one may have concerning the position of their opponent. Again, those who have just tuned into the Black Conservative Show, want to welcome you to the debate tonight between Muslims and Christians here on Blog Talk Radio. All right, my guest is going to go first, and guys, we're going to hear what you have to say. You have 5 minutes. Go ahead.
All right, thank you once again, and we say wa alaikum assalam to also the other guests on the other end. And like I said earlier, we welcome this opportunity to be able to speak to you. And what we're going to say is more to the audience because we know our guest probably is as knowledgeable as probably we are about the Quran to really know that it is the true word of God. Through history, because many things, if you want to understand how things are, you usually have to go to history. And when you go back to history, it helps you better understand the present time or whatever is occurring right in front of you. God, we call him Allah as he called himself Allah, and other people from other religious affiliation would also call him another name. Therefore, he is the one who is the creator, and we know that, and everybody agree to that, as there are only 3 things that a person may question, and many of the philosophers question those 3 and ask about the origin of man, and also what man is doing here on earth, and where man is going after death. We know for sure that if one exists, that means he is either the result of creation or of evolution. But still, mankind, everybody believes that they are the fruit of creation. And when we talk about creation, there is always a creator and also creature, meaning the creator must be the supreme being, the one who caused anything else to exist beside him. Therefore, he as the one who created everybody, he is as the one who created Adam and Eve and Noah and all prophets and messengers, you name them, as it is shown in the Bible or in the Quran. He must be the sender of all prophets and messengers, peace be upon them all. Now, why did God send prophets like Noah, or send Abraham, or send Moses, or send Jesus, or any other prophet in between them or after them? That means God had a message to take to people, and since he is a perfect being and not equal to what he has created, therefore he has to bring a person who is like us. As he said in the Quran, if we were angels, then he would of course send an angel. Now, then there should be a message coming from that God to mankind. And the purpose of the message is to have mankind recognize how much of nothing they are and how great Almighty God Allah is, so that they can submit to that one and true God who has no partner. So then he sent prophets and sent messengers and gave them books. So those books among them, or the most famous among them, is the Torah, or you can say also the Gospel, or any other book that has been mentioned in revealed books or in the Quran. Now, is the Quran the Word of God? And I would say, is the Quran the word of Allah, because not everything named God is Allah, because Allah is unique. Therefore, to answer that question, I would like to take you and I all and the audience, and I thank them once again for tuning in to listen to us, that the Word of God is always a miracle. And not only a miracle, but also the miracle of the miracles. And what a miracle is, it is something which is beyond man's imagination, or something which is goes over the human mentality that they cannot comprehend sometimes. Then when that happens, they know this is a miracle. Like if a person dies and another person raises him from the dead, we say this is a miracle, because that is very strange and is beyond the imagination of mankind. Therefore, for God to send a message to the people, that message has to be a miracle. So Moses received a book, and in that book, God, Allah, revealed to Moses how he was dealing with actually Pharaoh and the magicians that Pharaoh invited. So Moses, as he was holding onto his stick, actually performed, with the permission of God, a miracle which of course would prove to his people that this is not from man, this must come from a being more perfect than us. And Jesus was sent to the people of Israel. And Jesus came, and it was a time when sicknesses or illnesses were very serious, and science were not developed in a way to heal people. So he came as a healer. Then he could raise a person from the dead and make a blind to see and make a limping man to walk. So these miracles showed that what he had was not from God. Now when it comes to Prophet Muhammad and all them prophets, peace be upon them, yes, he was in a time when actually Arab people or the world was moving to another step, to another stage, which was about literature or poetry or anything related to man intellectual status. Now the intellectuality of man at the time was taking them to sometimes speaking a language that people, or even the Arabs, and I know our friend on the other hand, on the other end of the line, will understand what I'm saying, that even Arabs who were pure Arabs sometimes could not really understand some of the verses or the words of the Quran. And it was revealed to one who has never been to school, didn't know how to read or write. How could we speak such a language which was actually going beyond people's understanding or imagination? Then he had to actually break it down in order to reach the subconsciousness of the people at that very time.
Okay, now, that's going to be time. Okay, that's 5 minutes there. Thank you very much. 5 minutes there. Now we're going to allow Christian Prince to give his presentation and a rebuttal or respond for 5 minutes to what was just said. And once Christian Prince is done, then we will narrow it down the back and forward cross-examination to 90 minutes. Whoa, not 90 minutes, but 90 seconds. And after that, we'll be able to, we're going to take some questions and call to probably after the last 30 minutes of the show or 20 minutes of the show. Christian Prince, you are on. You have 5 minutes to make your case.